This must be one of the most controversial, most ludicrous, and most heated verses we've ever had on this channel. In the one corner we have Woah Vicky, a young social media starlet who first broke ground revealing that her Ancestry.com results, well, they proved that she was in fact African American. You remember this?
I knew I was black, but July 19th, I did some history. I went on Ancestry.com and I found I'm 25% black.
It was an Ancestry.com advertisement that the company never saw coming. I bet it actually brought them in like a ton of new customers. To be honest, I actually went and checked out my DNA. And then my family got all excited. I bought one for my sister, I bought one for my mom, my brother-in-law. Anyway, let's move on. Treasure, she's in the other corner. And she's a black teen who's racist against her own race. Truthfully, it's not even funny.
They're really dangerous. If an African American is on the same street as I am, I'll cross the street to avoid their chaotic, thuggish way.
In today's era of internet culture, well, both girls, they became water cooler convo all over YouTube. And they were both featured by the king himself on Talking About PewDiePie.
Look at that photo of Mariah Carey. She's extremely white, as you can tell. She is as you can tell by the solid evidence that Woah Vicky.
That video, which is about 8 months old, it's clocked in 13 million views. And the more recent video posted on Treasure, well, this went up just a few days ago and it's already pulled in 7.9 million views. It's a lot of views. Good for you, PewDiePie.
So we get it. She's black. I mean, white. Caucasian. I don't know about you, but I'm not 100% convinced. Not yet, at least, you know. I have an open mind. I'm a progressive mind. What can I say?
Of course, they've both been featured on various versions before they're famous. I even did an interview with Woah Vicky back in the day while she was out in Zone 6. She then threatened to have me sued, so I had to delete the interview. And when it comes to Treasure, well, I spoke with her sister Nina, super sweet girl, and she's really mad at Dr. Phil. And she's not even talking to her mom or her sister after their appearance on his show. Speaking about the good doctor, and to give you guys some information you probably don't know, Vicky revealed to me during the interview that the Dr. Phil show was eager to have her come sit down on his show, but she turned down their offer. Treasure, on the other hand, well, she needed the break. Since Treasure's appearance on the show, well, Dr. Phil, he's had to debunk claims that this was a sensationalistic story. He's insisted that the girl does have serious identity issues. Everyone keeps asking about it.
Listen, I can absolutely tell you this was not a gag or a stunt by her. This wasn't something just to get attention.
She's a hardhead. I'm afraid she's going to really get her ass beat, seriously.
No, I don't want to see Treasure actually get her ass beat, although some of the things she said does make her entitled to a good whooping. But instead, I'd rather face these two girls off against one another in a good old-fashioned versus video. Now we'll hold 3 rounds and you guys have your say about who is the victor. Just yesterday we had a versus on Floyd Mayweather and Tenshin Nasukawa. And well, we just filmed that earlier today, so I don't know who won, but the results are right there. Now I'm gonna need your help with this one again. I'll run a poll in the final round. Of course, my name's Michael McCrudden, this is Versus, and now let's jump into this video. This one's so Jerry Springer. Round 1, fight! For the first round, we gotta talk about the elephant in the room. Who is more racist? Now the winner will actually be the loser, because this is a pretty headed way to get people's attention. But let's take a deeper look. Woah Vicky had people speculating for months about her claims of being African American. She started rocking a grill, she would drop the N-word, and she spoke with a heavy accent. Now over on UrbanDictionary.com, the name Woah Vicky, well, it pulls up a number of definitions pertaining to her as being a racist. To pull a Woah Vicky means you're a white person trying to be black. Now Woah Vicky, she didn't stop there. After Rice Gum dropped a viral video titled "This Girl Must Be Stopped," well, Woah Vicky, she replied with a racist rap song, and she took aim at all Asians. The song was titled Ching Chong. Here are some of the lyrics. Ching Chong, Ching Chong, Ching Chong, meow 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 meow. Ching Chong, Ching Chong, Ching Chong, meow 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 meow. I don't eat no cat. Riveting stuff. Now I think it's important to note that Woah Vicky, her boyfriend just so happens to be black, and she would later befriend Little Tay, meaning that the racist remarks, it was all a gag. Nonetheless, her headline-making behavior, it offended a lot of people, and it made me second guess if I'm ever gonna actually have any children of my own. Let's move on to Treasure. Now, with her one-time appearance on the Dr. Phil show, well, the young girl had a lot to say.
I know I'm a Caucasian because when I wake up in the morning, I just have such a great life. And that my hair is so perfect, my skin isn't ugly, and I'm not fat also, which is also a really African-American thing.
Here's some other quotes we found from her visit with the doctor. She stated, "It makes me feel good to put down African Americans because it helps them stay in their place. Identify with the Ku Klux Klan because the way they believe is just so smart. White is right. Most African Americans speak ghetto. When it comes to black people, I think they're all ugly and I have nothing in common with them. I'm different from African Americans because I'm white." Overall, she hurled despicable racial abuse at African Americans, she aligned herself with the ideals of the KKK, and she continued on with this charade with follow-up videos posted to YouTube, and in one of them, she even sided with Adolf Hitler.
Well, Adolf Hitler was a great man. Not the fact that he killed a bunch of people. Let's just get that straight. I'm not saying that what he did was right. He knew the fact that people with blue eyes and blonde hair were more superior than the regular people.
Now, you guys know that I've talked to Treasure's older sister, Nina. I also found some of Treasure's recently deleted social media posts. And at the end of the day, it turns out that most of her friends are black. Now, racism is unacceptable. That's the end of the story. But if I had to choose between the two, well, I'd have to say that Woah Vicky, she's a little more forgivable. Even when Snoop Dogg called her out, well, then she apologized to the world.
I just want to apologize if I ever offended anybody. I didn't understand until now how much my voice really can affect people and offend people and impact their life.
So at the end of the day, I think Treasure's more racist, but I'm not gonna reward that. So Woah Vicky, congrats, you won this round. Round 2, fight! Moving on to round 2, we're gonna talk about their come-up stories and what each of them has had to overcome. Now, with both girls, it was incredibly difficult to do their before their famous videos because it's my job to cut through the crap and tell you what is fact and what is fiction. Now, when Treasure sat down on the Dr. Phil show, we learned about some hardships that she had experienced in her early life. Treasure, she had a live-in father who raised her and her siblings, and the man wasn't a biological father to her, but he was very loving. He was also white, and there were 6 kids in total. It's a lot of kids. He also gave them a home in the suburbs. Things were fantastic. But then he passed away in 2006, and from there the family fell in hard times. They had to relocate to the mean city streets of Detroit, and Dr. Phil, he actually believes that this is the catalyst for a lot of Treasure's psychological issues.
We couldn't afford to stay in our beautiful home. We moved from a mostly white, affluent neighborhood to the city, which was mostly African American.
From the suburbs to the hood.
Speaking with Treasure's sister Nina, she blames her mother for going along with Treasure's charade, stating that this is all a clever ploy for them to get rich, or at least get some attention. She also opened up to me about a few other troubling stories from their childhood. Not only did the man that was raising them die, they've also lost a sibling. I gotta admit that this family, they've had it rough, and it definitely paints a pretty telling story of why they would actually do this. Plus, it's worked in the past for Danielle Bregoli and of course Woah Vicky. So moving on to our Zone 6 queen, Woah Vicky. Well, she always claimed that she was from the hood.
Zone 6. Who like the Zone 6? Zone 6. You ain't make it out of Zone 6? I'm making it out of Zone 6!
But upon further investigation, it turns out that Woah Vicky was from a whole lot of money. That's right, the girl's rich.
You are not. You from Buckhead. That's one of the richest part in Atlanta, bro. Get out of here, bro. You from Buckhead. How you gonna say you from Zone 6? Bro, get out of here, bro. That's lame as freak.
She hails from Marietta, Georgia, and her dad, he's a successful real estate agent, and he owns a home building business. That means not only does he build the place, he then sells it for a commission. Mwah! Now her mother Carla, she keeps a low profile, and Woah Vicky, she has a very successful sister named Stephanie who lives out in New York City, and she's a fashion designer. Now poking around online, there are also estimates that Woah Vicky, well, she's bumped up her net worth to $800,000. Not bad. As for Treasure, well, so far all she's gotten is a free trip to LA and a hotel to be on the Dr. Phil show. You know, I gotta give Treasure some points here for her hustle. She came into the game with a lot less, she's hungry to get ahead, and well, can you really blame the girl? She's been through a lot. So Treasure, congratulations, you won round 2. Round 3, fight! At the end of the day, both these girls, they are trolls. So for round 3, we're gonna decide who is doing a better job. Upon finding fame, Woah Vicky continued to push the boundaries. There were her beefs with Danielle Bregoli, then there was her arrest. That was ugly.
Why are you doing that to her? Get off of her! Stop! Get off of her! Get off of her! What is wrong with you?
There was was her time hanging out with Little Tay. There was her beef with Keemstar and Rice Gum. And, well, the girl knew how to keep her name trending online. She built up a fan base of 2 million Instagram followers and almost 500,000 on YouTube. Those are pretty good figures. Treasure, on the other hand, she got to work mass deleting all the evidence from her Facebook page that proved that she wasn't a racist. Because after you go on the Dr. Phil show, a lot of people are going to be asking questions. Actually, why didn't the producers look at her Facebook page? That's kind of strange. As people closed in looking to debunk the girl's story, she attempted to gain further notoriety with multiple YouTube videos, but at the most they've clocked in only 100,000 views.
Happy Saturday, you're watching your white queen, Treasure. Today, I'll be answering your guys' questions and reading a few comments. So let's just get this bad boy started.
Her sister Nina has actually gotten more clout out of all this, being the one exposing Treasure and her mother, well, for their attempts at fame and her hate for Dr. Phil. Now, I couldn't find Treasure's Instagram online, but it appears that the girl's 15 minutes of fame, they're already running out. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's up to you guys. You let me know who you think won round 3 in the poll that's now above my head. My name is Michael McCradden, and this is another Versus video. Let me know what you guys think about these ones in the comments down below. Let me know who you're rooting for and why. And, Jerry, it's just a weird video. What are you gonna do? It's 2018. There's Lil Tays and Woah Vickies and Treasures and, oh my God. I wanna make a video on Robert De Niro, but none of you kids will watch it. See you guys in the next one. My name is Michael McCradden. Bye.